What is up, everybody? We are back live once again for another episode of the Weekly Win Streak. It's your boy TP3 Bets, and as always, I'm joined by none other than the man himself. What up, bro? How we doing on this fine day, man? It is Monday, and we got the national championship today.
It is. It's Natty Monday, and we're ready to rock. Ready for a great game. Excited, pumped. A lot of MLB on as well. It's a great day. T, how'd you do yesterday?
Man, yesterday was very forgettable. Lost another game in baseball by 1 run, so more of the same there. We did smack our max play though on Saturday on the over in the Duke game by half a point. So, at least we got a fucking win, man, by the hook. It'd been so long since we got one of those. So at least we got one of those. But anyway, with all that being said, bro, how'd you do this weekend?
Like a roller coaster here, we were great. We had highs, we had lows. We hit home run props hella. Friday and Saturday, absolutely smashed home run props.
You did.
And then yesterday, I got fucking absolutely murdered. I got cooked in the MLB. I got every player prop. I had over like 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, over 1.5 bases, all ones. It wasn't any snake eyes, just like ones, zeros. So, no zeros, just ones. But anyways, we're here for vengeance today, hoping we can start the day with a little momentum. It's coming down to the end. I didn't think it was going to be this sweaty. I honestly thought this was going to be a meth ball game, and it is not.
Yeah, no, we got this, bro. Tigers are going to come through for you here. You got the bases loaded right now, so hopefully they hit a little grand salami here for you, and then you can sit back and relax till the real action gets going here tonight. But look, guys, we got a lot of MLB coming on right now. We got to talk about MLB. We got Travis here. What up, Travis? How we doing, man?
What up, Trav?
Bro, take them away, man. Give us the first MLB play of the show today.
Yeah, absolutely. So, there's a lot of great games out there. I really like the game you're going to talk about as well. I actually have a couple of plays in that game. I think people need to get on the bandwagon, and there's a cheat code that you just got to ride to the fucking ride to the shed, and you're going to talk about it. But I another game that I really like here, and I will also give you a player prop that I like in the game. Haven't locked in the player prop officially, may not, just depends. But I do like the Red Sox here today a lot. For a couple of different reasons. The Blue Jays have scored 3 combined runs in their last 3 games. The Red Sox have scored 5+ in 4 straight. Red Sox also hit lefties really well. The Blue Jays are throwing a lefty today. It's at Fenway, small field. I think we're going to see runs. Wind is blowing in, and you do have like less favorable conditions for an over than I'd love. All that being said, I do really like the Red Sox to get a win here, and I do also like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to record 2+ bases. He just got a huge mega contract, 14-year, $500 million, $500 million contract. You've seen players historically, after getting really big contracts, go out and have really big days the same day or the day after the contract is signed. So I really like Vladimir Guerrero to have a big day today.
I like that a lot. And also, too, on top of those factors, man, Rafael Devers waking up, hitting the baseball. Alex Bregman's the AL Player of the Week. I love it, man. I love it. So I think that's a great pick right there. It's snowing. It was snowing this morning. Yeah, man. I mean, the Blue Jays play indoor. We all know outdoor the Red Sox play baseball. So I love this pick right here that Bro's dropping for the people. All right.
What do you got, T?
Yeah, man. We're going to a game, Bro talked about it on here before. We're taking the A's and the Cubs to go over to the total tonight. 8.5. It is just simply too low here until these totals specifically come out at 9.5 points. We're going to be taking 9.5 runs. We're going to be taking the overs in these games consistently. Severino and Michael King, solid pitchers, but both these lineups are more than capable. San Diego's a top 10 batting team in the last 7 days, 8 days, and season long. They've been killing the baseball. And then on the flip side of things, we have another lineup that's more than capable as well with the A's lineup. He's actually top 12 this season. They have some really good young players who are raking. So with this stadium, the over's gone over. They're 3-0 to the over. Every single game seen double-digit runs. We saw 21, 11, and 12 runs scored in these games. Till these games stop going over, we're going to be taking the over every single time. So give me the over here.
Yeah, really like to play. Really like to play. Couple of further pieces of information for that game. That stadium averages 14.7 runs per game. T just emphasized that. 14.7 runs per game. San Diego scored 5+ in 5 of their last 7, and the A's have conceded 5+ runs in 6 straight games. So really think there's going to be some runs there. Also, for what it's worth, Severino gave up 5 earned by himself last outing.
Yeah, exactly. Severino is a very hittable pitcher for sure. So San Diego, they hit righties well. I think they'll come out here and smack them. So love that we both like both our picks tonight.
Yeah.
I do have a couple more picks, guys, and we know we got 40 people in here watching right now, guys. So if you haven't already, click the link in my bio. You can get my full card today, including the max play tonight for the national championship, all for $10. We're about to give you all a free pick here in the national championship for tonight's game.
You cut out. I wasn't able to hear you.
Okay, I'm back now. Anything for you in the NBA tonight?
No, I'm passing. Like, I feel like having 3 sports is really tough. It's a lot of time and effort to put into something, and you're spreading yourself kind of thin. So no, I don't have anything in the NBA. And outside of yesterday, where I just literally, for whatever reason, the Lakers like smacked me in the face like, hey, this is as obvious as it fucking gets. This has to be the Lakers. Because Oklahoma City it feels like they're packing it in. They're ready for the playoffs. They're resting people. They're not playing people their full minutes. It was just, I don't know. I'm just not touching the NBA because I don't know what to expect. Half these teams don't care. Half of them do. It's very wishy-washy. What about you, though? Do you have anything?
Nah, I mean, Bam Adebayo questionable right now. If he gets ruled out and the line goes down some, I'll take the Heat to cover the number against Philly tonight, but we'll see what that ends up coming up at. But Sacramento, Detroit, not really a game I'm interested in. I'll pass on the NBA action tonight. I'll say we go ahead and talk about it, man. We know why everyone's here. We got the national championships tonight, college basketball here. Florida taking on Houston here in this game. Florida's favored. We got a total of 141. Before we do that, bro, I mean, what did you think about the games on Saturday?
Well, I got to be honest. I think Florida did exactly what I thought they were going to do. Janai Broome proved he's just overrated as fuck. He's overrated, and he's not going to be. I feel bad because his game is not going to translate to the pros. Like, people his size are windmill dunking. Like, he can't leave the ground. He can't jump. But I thought Florida did what they were supposed to do, and honestly, I was impressed and surprised by the Houston and Duke game. I was really tired, really ripped, and Duke's up 9 with like a minute 40 to go or some shit, and I'm like, yes, dude, we got this. Everything's great. I closed my eyes for a second, and I admit I fell asleep. I wake up, and Duke is, I think, down 1 after those free throws were made, and I was like, dude, what the fuck just happened? And that was that. So I gotta say, impressed by Houston or impressed by Duke pissing down their leg. I'm not sure which, but impressive. What about you?
Man, I thought Houston. I mean, Duke, that'll go down as an all-time choke job for sure by Duke. So we'll be hearing about that for ages. That'll follow Cooper Flag around until the day he dies, them pissing that game away. But couldn't be more impressed with Houston, man, to be honest with you. You know, the poise they showed down the stretch, just the way that they stayed together, didn't panic, and they forced the big turnovers and put the pressure on Duke. I mean, shout out to them. Feels like Houston's been due to get one for a long time now. And I took Auburn in that second game, and I was dead ass wrong. We cashed the max play in the second game, but first game, man, Auburn. Auburn really folded in the second half. They turned the ball over a ton out the gate, got terrible possessions. Auburn, honestly, it's like you said, they really didn't have an offense. Just throw it into Broom or jack up threes. And when jacking up threes wasn't working for him in the second half, Walter Clayton took over. And I mean, Walter Clayton went like Steph Curry nuclear in that game in the second half and just put the game away. So Florida ended up getting it done, man. Let's talk about tonight's game, though. Like I said, 1.5-point spread, total 141. What are you doing in this game?
How about you lead us? You kick us off. I've been kicking it off. You kick us off. Kick us off here. What do you have in this game?
Yeah, I like Houston in this game. So, I mean, I talked about it. I thought whoever would win, Houston and Duke would win it all. Houston has the best defense in the history of the Ken Pom and Bart Torvik era of the analytics community. They have the number one defense they've ever graded out. They actually make Houston a small favorite in this game as well, but it's not even those factors that make me like them here. Look at this Houston defense. They have the veterans on here. They're going to keep Florida out of transition, which is going to be huge here to keep Florida from running and gunning and doing what they want to do while running and gunning. They're going to keep them playing a half-court style of basketball. I think they're going to swarm Walter Clayton and make Richard and Elijah Martin be the guys to beat them in tonight's game as well. But not only do I like that angle here for Houston, but I just like the grit Houston has, and the fact they didn't give up in the last game. They have the 3-point shooting here. Obviously, they have the number one overall defense, but this is a team, they fought through a lot, and they held Duke to their lowest point total of the entire season. Duke had scored 69 points in 2 games. Other than that, they'd scored over 70 in every single game, and they completely shut them down, held them to their worst offensive performance of the entire season. I think it goes without saying on that. And last but not least, this is a Houston total, man. You got a total of 141 in this game. Total here is all over Houston. I think Houston should be, it's the national championship. It's going to be a 1.5-point favorite one way or the other. I think we're in for a good game of defensive battle, and I'm going to back the Cougs to get it done here.
Yeah. If we're being honest, I think there is an argument that can be made for either team.
Frozen. It's me again.
No, you're good. I think you're unfrozen now. But if we're being honest, I think there's an argument that can be made for either team. Like I said, I did not expect Houston to be able to pull it out, and I do have a lot of respect for their grittiness and their toughness there. I'll say this. I feel like Houston, this may just be like a personal thing. I just feel like Houston doesn't, I don't want to say doesn't deserve it because that doesn't sound right. But it's like they probably could have lost the Gonzaga game. They should have lost Purdue. They definitely should have lost Duke. And they're just still here. It's like, how many fucking lives can this Cougar have? 9? I guess 9 lives, right, for a cat? But I'm going to go Florida here. And this goes all the way back to December. This was like December 20th, December 21st, something like this. I was sitting, watching the snowfall, watching Florida beat the piss out of UNC. And I'm like, man, this is like the 3rd or 4th team that's tried to run with Florida and just got their fucking brakes blown off. And then two games later, Tennessee was like, all right, we can't run with them. Let's just slow this down. And they got the fucking piss kicked out of them by 30, 70-something to 40-something. And for me, that was like the resounding moment where I was like, damn, people can't run with them. People can't slow them down. There's no answers for this team. So it's got to be Florida for me. I think they had the best player on the court. I do agree with you. I think Kelvin Sampson is going to force the ball out of Clayton's hands. I'm counting on the bigs for Florida to be able to draw fouls, to be able to get to the free throw line. Houston does struggle with their foul rate, opponent free throw rate, and effective field goal percentages. They don't take great shots. They're not great inside the arc. Granted, they're the number 1 team outside the arc in the entire nation. I just don't know if that's sustainable in today's day and age where we're talking about you need to shoot threes to win. Like, that you need to shoot threes to win. Are they going to make these threes? Here's what I'll say. I like Florida. Florida money lines to play. I maxed it out because it's the last game of the season, and I'm not a pussy. I'm maxing it out. It's the last game of the fucking season. If Houston's making their shots and it's at Houston's tempo, Houston will win this game. I'm betting on them not making their shots and Florida getting enough stops and being able to run in transition off of their misses. That's what I'm betting on.
Okay. Yeah, I like the fact Brobo's sticking to his guns here. I remember when we were watching that, even before that UNC game tipped off, we were on here and I was like, I'm going to do my first play of the college basketball season. I'm taking the over in this game. Brobo endorsed my play and he said he thought Florida was going to win it all and they were the best team in the nation. And here we are. Florida's playing for the national championship. So that's how you know the guy knows what he's talking about here.
Appreciate you.
Hey, no, for sure. Yeah, I'm excited to watch this game tonight. Any other angles, anything else you want to talk about in this game before we get out of here?
No, I mean, I think it's gonna be a really good game, hard fought game. I honestly almost took the under, but I also feel like if you think the under is gonna hit, you think Houston's gonna win. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a hand in hand thing. I don't necessarily know how taking Florida in the under correlates, but I think 140 is definitely a Houston number. It might go under. What do you say?
I like the number because it is a Houston number with me backing Houston, but I don't know on the total. I would bet the over, to be honest with you. 1/2 under, Travis says. It's not a bad look. That Duke game went way under in the first half. So we know Houston is going to take the shot clock down hella. So it's going to come down if Houston's bombing shots or what. But all right, boys, that's all we got for today's stream. We'll be back on here tomorrow again for another big MLB stream, another big NBA stream. There's a ton of games in all the sports. Bro, anything else you want to say to the people before they get out of here?
No, enjoy the game. I hope you guys have a blast watching. And either way, no matter what happens, the season's over after this. So it's cooked. Either way, it's chalked. It's done. It's over. Win, lose, draw. It's over. NBA, MLB, Masters. Right here. We're here.
Yeah. Hey, the Masters are back, guys. We'll have a special with Bro giving us some picks on Wednesday since it starts on Thursday. So we'll make sure to get those to you. But we appreciate everyone who tuned in.